All right, everybody. Welcome to the talk. This is just a little talking podcast where we usually talk about anything, everything for as long as we can and as much as we can. With me, I always have one of my good players, Tess, or AKA Jen.
Uh,
So if anything comes up, usually on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever, so far, we'll just talk about it. So, an article on Facebook today that I saw when the pros, prote, pros, protesters
yeah.
had from what I've understand, disbanded the New York Police Department or minimized it or something like that. I'm trying to look for the article right now. It said that crime went up about a good 25%.
No.
Yeah, so
Who'd have seen that coming?
apparently that was quote unquote foreseen coming, but
Hey,
that's kind of what happens when you get rid of the law enforcement. Um,
mhm.
I mean, if people are still kind of concerned about the police officers and all that just being abusing their power, um,
Mhm.
we might as well just go back to the frontier age where the people just started up our own militias, or how sheriffs started up their own posses. You
Exactly.
know.
And you know how mob, how that's always right. They've never done anything bad. That's why mob mentality is such a good term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so might as well just start up posses again.
Oh,
Might as well go back to using the old names too. Let's go back to using the Cowboys, or how about the Innocents, the Jesse James Gang, the Dalton brothers.
my God.
What's actually pretty funny is that I think the Dalton family line is actually still around to this day. I'm not really too sure about that. I'm gonna have to check that one out for a bit later though. So yeah, people. I mean, if you don't want the police around, you
Always got boys.
you got
And them
militia.
dudes with guns.
Yeah, I mean, but
I
even
mean, if you
then,
can't trust random dudes with guns, who can you trust, right?
that's very much true. Who can you trust? It's not like if you get rid of the police and you start your own militia, how can people know that your militia is gonna be better than the police?
Exactly. And then, like, it is good. I mean, are they going to just be a militia for free? No, they're going to want money. So
Yep,
that's literally how the mob started. I mean, like, hey, it's called protection for a reason.
exactly, and
Oh,
it's kind of like the mafia or the cartels in Mexico. People
hmm
say that they're good, but in reality, they're just people wanting money from other people because bullets and guns cost a lot of money and whatnot. You know.
exactly. And they, even if they're good, even if it's a good cartel, if such a thing can exist, they're still putting their lives in danger in front of all these criminals. So yeah, they're going to want some sort of compensation,
Exactly, and it's like this is what
either
people don't.
money or trade. So
Yeah, and this is what people don't understand is that with something like this, it's a give and a take. You know, at least with the police
mhm.
officers, we know that we pay them through taxes. But if you want a militia or mafia to come and protect you, it's gonna be more like they're gonna come to your house, knock on your door, and ask you for money. If you don't give them some money, then we're gonna have some problems. Kind of situation.
Exactly. They can just keep raising their prices until there's a war from this other mob, other gang saying, "Hey, we're going to charge you only like $1,000, and they're charging you $1,200. Save you $200 old dollars. Murder anybody who comes bother you." It's like we built the society with rules and laws for a reason.
Exactly,
We didn't want that.
and this is what people just still don't understand is that the reason we have these is to prevent things like that. Because in the Wild West, we still had gangs, we had outlaws, we had even
Right?
corrupt
Yeah.
police, like even corrupt sheriffs and all that,
hmm
and nobody wants to learn from that kind of a situation. But but people, oh, they need to stop killing everybody. Is like, I understand what's going on in America. I remember back in 2012 when they shot that one um, shot that black kid. It was a sad day to see something like that happen.
Yeah.
But I'm not usually too, and forgive me for anybody that gets mad about me saying this, I'm not really too worried, more or less, what's going on in America. I'm more concerned about the cartels that's literally
Right.
just like a few states away from us,
Yeah.
as well as some other wars and other bad things happening in other countries. And while those are going on,
Hmm.
we're over here complaining about one thing where there's like 1,200 other things happening around the world.
What gets me is if they want the police to be better, which they do need to be better, I'll give them that.
I mean, yeah, that's
Funding the
very much
police
true.
is
Yeah,
not going to help.
yeah.
Need better training, better screening processes, all that, and that costs money. I'm sorry, but it does. Everything in this world costs money. It sucks. I wish it wasn't the case, but until we figure out how stuff, people say, "Hey, I don't feel like being paid for all this hard labor I'm doing." You still got to pay people, and so we got to figure something else. So we at least get them more funding. I've met good and bad cops. I knew a cop who liked to taser people he knew just for fun. I've met cops that were just really chill guys that just actually believed in doing the good thing, doing law and everything. You know?
Yeah, I actually met police officers that went to my high school because, because of the whole high school shootings that were going on in my town.
Yeah.
They were just worried about the same thing, and everybody got to know the cops in the high school. They're pretty chill people. It's just that
Oh,
within
yeah.
this, yeah, it's just within the situation where they don't become chill. Is that either A, you're resisting arrest, B,
Mhm.
you're resisting to show them your license, which that's actually a thing within some states up in the Midwest section, and I can actually pull this up too. I know people are gonna hear my clacking on my iPhone.
On the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah. There's my cat now.
Ugh.
Yeah, juice.
what, what the hell was that?
Starring my mother.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Run
So,
out of juice.
so
Cutting the grass at 10 o'clock at night. For some reason.
3 o'clock at night. Get it? It's 3 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. You gotta go cut the grass.
So it's before you get the heat of the day going.
You gotta get up right in the crack of dawn, right as the sun's shining down on you. So it's in section 29-829. If a person denies to show their show their license. God, I'm horrible at reading right now. See, now I lost where I was. Hold on. Okay. So they stop a person in public. Damn, I can't. Just can't read.
They have to show their ID when asked.
Yeah.
They have to identify themselves. Like, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look for the certain article that's like that had told me a certain section about my state, to which I'm trying to find, but it's just horrible at finding right now. Try to find the section where it had like all the warrants and everything. But if I do remember, if you do deny to show people your license, I think I found it. Jesus Christ, I can't find anything right now. So obviously, you have it within the Midwest. You have to show them, And there was an article that I had found a while back that said if you do not show them and you're resisting to show them, it could be a potential 5 days in jail.
Lord.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to find it. But we'll just skip that for now. But yeah, it's a give and a take.
I mean, I guess technically they could say like you're interfering with a police investigation. I mean, that's enough to give them probable cause to search your shit. Like, if you don't want to be searched, comply as much as you can, and remember, things get dicey. Call a lawyer.
Yeah, and people that are recording videos and only showing half the situation, please stop.
Yeah, they're only making things.
Yeah, you're not doing a good job. You're just making it very worse. It's like when you only show half a video and you say, "Oh, cops are bad." It's like, okay, well, where's the other half? Where's the part where you're getting pulled over? Because I saw a video where a guy was being told to put his hands behind his back and he was denying it. He said, "Why does he have to do it? Why is he under arrest?" He said, "Oh, well, because you didn't show me your license." Well, there you go. You deny license, you go to jail, or you just go to the station for a while until somebody else gets you out. Then, I just don't understand why people resist arrest so much.
I've been pulled over by plenty of cops, and the rule is just cool, be calm, and what they say, and be respectful, and it'll work out fine.
Yeah,
as long as you ain't shooting your mouth over or not talking like you're drunk, like I did that one time. I pulled over at like 3 a.m. because I was coming home from a movie and I saw blue lights from the distance. I was like, "Oh man, there's a wreck!" So I turned around.
You cut out there for a second. What was we saying that? This is why you don't record on Discord.
Come after me because apparently it was a DUI checkpoint, and I was very suspicious that I turned around.
Yeah,
I'm very tired.
Yeah, for some reason Discord is like
half hour on the side of the road. That was fine.
I'm sorry, it's not. It's the damn connection with Discord. I don't know why it's being like this. Would you mind if we switched over to maybe the Facebook? Maybe that'll work.
Okay, sure.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody, we're just switching over real quick. So if you hear a lot of clickety clacking, that's me. Just trying to start this up. So let's hope. Hopefully. Not just. Okay. Yeah. What sucks is that I'm not gonna edit this video. But yeah, guys, this is just how it is, man. Just complete with the cops. And if you're calling me a bootlicker saying, "Oh, why do I have to do what the cop says?" Well, it's because I want to get home. I don't want to go to jail. Call me a bootlicker all you want. I'll lick that boot fucking clean if that means I get home and fucking no ticket, no nothing, man. All right, that works. That's way cleaner too. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
I cannot hear you.
Now she can't hear me. Alright, how about now?
There we go, yeah.
Alright, sweetness. Alright, so yeah, we switched over to Facebook. Facebook is much way cleaner, much better.
Nice. Sponsor us, Facebook.
Sponsor Facebook. And today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. Because you gotta go do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor sometime in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So moving on from the police into like another subject that I had saw on the news today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who would do this, but if I remember correctly, what happened at the situation that a shooter shot a kid in the park a few days back,
Oh God.
and people are still looking for that man.
Yeah.
My God, this is why we have the law.
Right.
Because to avoid things like that, because you don't think they do much work and you think they're bad people, but then
Yeah.
something like that happens and you're just like, oh,
It's one of those I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. You know, that kind
Yeah.
of situation.
yeah,
Like road players. Some crap.
like rogue players.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you mean ranger players? Excuse
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But again, let's just move off the topic of the police and let's move on to something else. So in recent news, Bella Daphne, or however you say that,
Oh God.
has made a comeback.
The gamer girl condoms.
Yep, the gamer girl. The gamer girl. So here's what I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend tried to argue me with this. Is that I told him is that there's only really the majority of cosplayers dress in very sexy costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable if it's the character design, but not understandable if they're just doing this just to get clout, and it's it's just how it is. I've actually worked, well, actually not worked, but at a gym I actually met a quote unquote e-girl, right?
Right.
And when I went back to working at the gym, because I used to work there for a while, then I quit and I came back because the manager asked me to put my position back at another gym, and I went to go work there for a time. And I asked what happened to the e-girl, the girl that was working there, and they said, oh, she got fired because she was getting guys' numbers and texting them and sending her Instagram.
Hang out there.
So damn, you must be desperate for that clout.
Right? Like, I mean, see, that's kind of the problem with anything like that, is you basically have to pimp yourself out the whole time anyway. So it's a bunch of work. It's a pain in the ass, and then you get idiots that are just insanely disturbing messaging you all the time. So
Exactly.
what's the point? Like I have a friend. I told you I have a friend. She's a professional cosplayer.
Yeah, and
Semi-professional, I guess, and she has her husband basically stand bodyguard the whole time, because randos will come up to her and try to flirt with her while she's wearing like a Cinderella outfit. I'm like, dude, stop hitting on Cinderella, because they're not hitting on her, they're hitting on Cinderella. Like, it's creepy.
it is creepy, especially when you think that some cosplayer is the actual character.
Right, and she's there literally for kids. Like, that's her and her group. They do this thing where they dress up as Disney princesses for kids' parties and stuff. And well, since the whole forced vacation thing, what they had to do was like make videos on Facebook and stuff. So
Yeah,
I can only imagine the type of messages they get now.
And it's like, that's also another thing. It's just the creepy stalkerish virgin men or kids that think they're slick, trying to hit on these kind of people. And it's like, it makes me feel like that. No, that's not the right way. It makes the guys that are the quote unquote nice guys, that they say they're nice guys, but they're really not nice guys, make actual nice guys like me look bad.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's saying a lot, because I am genuinely a nice person, and
Yeah.
And usually the reason people don't like me is because, well, they don't like how nice I am, or they just generally just dislike me. To which I don't mind.
Yeah.
But like
No.
if you're gonna start, bullying me and shit because I'm just nice, and we're gonna have a problem.
Right.
I can go 0 to 100 real quick, so don't. So just don't. So that's that's another thing.
Most people don't like me because I shoot my mouth off. I have no filter.
Well, would you prefer someone that's brutally honest, or someone that just tells you, like, lies to you right up in your face?
Well, I don't even think it's like being brutally honest. I try to make a joke and it comes out super insulting. Or I'll state a fact. I'm like, why you gotta be a bitch all the time? It's like, I'm just saying, a fact. And so
Yeah,
that's why I type LOL a lot in all my messages.
I
So people
understand
know
that.
I'm not being a dick.
It's understandable. You're telling the facts. You're telling how it is. You're just saying the truth about it,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just saying something that might be a lie. Now, like what I was talking about earlier about not showing your license, I was literally trying to find the truth of it. That if you don't show your license, it's either you get a ticket or you go to jail. Maybe possibly going to jail. Very, very likely going to jail, especially up here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Another thing is just that I don't send back certain cosplayers. Your friend's nice. I actually follow her on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to maybe sometime in the future, maybe think of doing like bodyguard security for cosplayers and other people. That's in the distant future. I'm not, this is just on my mind, kind of a situation. But I just don't understand, huh?
I'm sure some of these girls would definitely appreciate it because I know they get hounded. Like, it's creepy.
They get catcalled a lot.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah. It's weird because like a lot of girls get catcalled, and I'm just here like, damn, no one hitting on me, man. What's up with that? What's up with that? Do I need a bigger ass or something? Do I need?
I think that's what it is because I got a pretty fat ass, and I've had people actually stop me at a light asking for my number. Like what the hell? Like I'm just in the walking down the street. This dude slams on his brakes and like like, hey, you got a phone? I'm holding my phone. No. Sorry, dude.
Hey, give me your number.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I've talked to dudes outside of my car before. Like this guy was in another car, but the most we talked about was music because it was like we were at a red light and he was jamming out the music. It was like, well, what song you listening to? And and that was pretty much the entire conversation. And I found the song and I listened to it the whole way home. It was actually really good. So, but I'm sorry. Like you pull up to a red light and you go, hey, can I call you sometime? It's not gonna work. You're gonna get a fake number or something, dude. That's
it makes you look kind of creepy, especially when you're a random person pull it up and you're like, hey, can I get your number?
right.
Hey, girl, can I get them digits? Hey, man, can I get some of that sippy? That good sippy? Can I get some of that sippy? Oh, we like to have fun on this podcast.
I'll give you a little tip. If you want to pick up a girl or somebody like who is actually a fun person to date, is purposely give bad pickup lines. Like laugh it off. Like make sure they know it's a joke and everything. But I'm sorry, most people like people who can make them laugh, and like I know that and I do. Like my favorite thing in the world is terrible pickup lines because they're so funny.
Excuse me for a moment. I must grab some coffee.
Okay. Awkward scene. You can tell this is a very professional podcast because we can hear him rummaging in his kitchen for snacks.
Hey, I'm a rummaging goblin in love. just start making like bag noises for like cheese.
Yeah. I'm sitting here holding a microphone. I don't even think it works.
No, it works.
Okay.
I can hear your thing going on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, cosplayers and all that goodness. I don't understand why people choose to do cosplay as a profession. Honestly,
I can understand it because, like, I guess if you're super into Halloween, because when you're professional cosplayer, you're basically being paid to act like it's Halloween, like every couple of months. And because, like, she it's not just Comic Cons and stuff. She'll go out to like mall openings and stuff, and like, uh, she went out to one recently. Where they had this
wait, what
reopening of the mall.
she had one. She went to one recently, even though it's COVID.
Oh, we're not like all major lockdown here. This is the South. We don't give a shit.
Did you hear right in the south, everybody?
Yeah.
Right here, where
Look,
we're fucking our own
look,
sisters.
look, we eat food from the creek.
We
We're
from the
fine.
creek, from the
Yeah.
fire.
No, it's a
You
creek
ever had
here.
You ever had gator tongue before? Gator tongue is pretty nice.
I have actually had gator.
I heard that
It's
it
tough.
tastes like a lot like steak.
Yeah, but it's really tough.
So
It's actually,
is steak it depending on how you cook it.
oh, well, I like to cook mine right, medium well. That's how you cook a steak. All others are just wrong. I'm sorry. But
Dad, what if someone gets their steak done medium well?
we'll
Well,
ask
Bobby,
politely to leave.
we stand up, ask them politely but firmly to leave the establishment.
Yes.
And speaking of cosplayers, I actually would like to do a little shout out to one of my favorite ones. She's Keen Sands. She used to cosplay a lot, and she for some reason dropped off the earth. Her last post was on December 10th of 2019, and she just disappeared for like almost an entire year. And I had messaged her saying if she's ever going to come back, if there's reasons why she's gone, just to see. I am not trying to I was never being stockish. I do like
Okay,
her
good.
posts. I'm not like,
Yeah.
hey baby, hey, when you coming back?
Can we be friends?
Because like generally when someone doesn't post that long, like in
Yeah.
PS4s where your friends are like, oh, they've been gone for over like 460 days. it gets kind of concerning, you know.
Yeah, like, I mean, you get words like, "Hey, are they okay?" Or they just get like super busy.
Understandable because COVID right now.
Yeah.
She could have a job right now. I don't really know, but
Mhm.
things happen a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, and security guarding. Yeah, I found that the security guarding is kind of easy, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
It's easy to watch out for things for like such as stealing,
Mhm.
making sure that no one's trying to do any situations, um, taking drunk people, having them sit down, giving them some water, calling them an Uber to get home or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's actually not that. That's not the hard part. The hard part is writing reports and
Yeah.
and
The
it's
tedium.
dealing with the law.
I'll play
and,
by my own rules, and
and
I have no rules.
I am the law. And these streets are under arrest. Apparently, in the distant future, nobody figured out to make your left side of the face work. Okay, but yeah, my security sergeant told me that when you get called to court,
Mhm.
everybody will make you try to look a dumbass in court. No one's your friend in court. Because
That's just wrong.
yeah, it's like the defendant. He's there to make sure you look like an idiot,
Right.
and to make sure that whatever you're fighting against, that the person or that thing just goes home and all this is settled. If you don't write your reports right, and I'm letting people know this for distant futures if they ever become a security guard, if you do not write your reports right, it's gonna be hard because you could add in characters into your report that you forgot to put in, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, who's this person? Why'd you put this person right now? Are you just throwing them under the bus or was that?" It's just like, And it's just like, wow, okay. You hit me a lot there, Captain. And so,
Yeah, no.
yeah. So when I go back tomorrow, I got to go do a few things. I got to make sure that, because somebody did steal, I got to make sure that the camera was, showed a picture of the person that stole. Make sure that the store sent me the picture, and things like that. But
That's
as of right now, I can't really do that because I'm doing my podcast, and I'd rather be doing this and going to work at security tomorrow because today is my only day off.
priority. Podcast comes first, then the law.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I kind of was friends with this security guard for a bit because me and my old roommate we used to go to this club like every weekend because he was trying to grow his own business, and that was the clientele he was catering to. So like he would pass out business cards and stuff and try to work the crowd and everything. And so it's a bar and a club, so of course there's drunk idiots. And one time or another you're gonna get like groped by some stranger, guy or girl. It doesn't really seem to matter.
Wait, as
So-
in like the security guys gonna get groped, or like another person?
No.
is?
No, just like your own person, like I was. Like somebody was doing that. He was screaming. He was up in the bar screaming, like he was angry screaming, but not like being mean. He was angrily screaming encouragements to everybody. He's like, I love gay people! I was like, okay.
All right,
Cool,
buddy,
baby.
you're up here at a 10. I need you to bring it down to like a 3.2 right now, okay?
Yeah, like this guy gets all of my face and like my buddy's face, and like he's screaming all these words of encouragement, and it's just like very, very strange. I didn't know what to think, and like we could see the security guy, just like who, by the way, apparently is like ex-army or something, who had a taser on his hip and was ready for shit. So he was just sitting there ready, watching the dude, and I'm like, dude, just have some water, be cool, like. And we're just like all trying to. Me and my friend were just like laughing because like said $20. That dude is actually gay. No way. He's like, I'm straight, but I love gay people. I was like, all right, thank you for your support. Totally heterosexual person.
I'm not gay. I just love gay people.
Yeah, I'm not gay. My boyfriend is. He's awesome.
But the thing is about security is that we try not to use the taser so quick if we can just de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, no, it was. He chilled out pretty quickly. Like he didn't pull the taser out and like start tasing the guy. He was just, like, he come over basically did what you said. Like, hey man, you're at a 10. We need you to bring it down to a 4.
You're at a 10. We need to bring down to like a 2.2 again, man. Just bring it down a bit.
He was married. He was married to the bartender. She
Why didn't she say anything?
Oh, she was up there, like, I guess she was stunned because she saw him. He was there too. Like, we were like, what the hell, man? And so, like, I hung around her quite a bit because she was really chill. Like, she's real nice and everything. And so, by extension of hanging around her, I kind of hung around him a bit. And I got to see some of the crap he dealt with, like, just some of the boring nonsense of it. Like the tedium part of the job, and like stopping underage people from drinking because 18 was allowed in, but you couldn't drink it until 21, and like dudes coming in with drugs.
Oh, especially
like,
that part.
Yeah, like I don't know if it was during the time or because I wasn't carrying like a bag or a purse or anything, but like after I started doing that, he started. It was the same time. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if a new thing had changed or what, but he started checking everybody's bags for weapons or little tiny bottles of alcohol.
Well, wait, what little tiny bottles of alcohol when there's a bar selling alcohol?
I know, right?
Alcoholception.
Like they just like, we'll do bottle service. You bring in a bottle and pay $50. You can have it all yourself. It's like, it cost me 10. Hell no. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, there you go.
So wait, are you saying if I bring my own big giant pot of like big giant circle bowl, and you'll just fill it up and I'll drink that on myself? Can we do that, man? Can we do that? He's like, oh, sure. Just like $50. Here you go. Pour it in. pour it until the top and give me a big giant. Just give me a straw and I'll go to
If I
town.
bring if I bring a brown jug with 3 X's, the sex thing gonna be cool. Like I don't understand that. Like me and my friend, we did. I'm sure anybody who's gone to a club and who's cheap as hell or broke has done this too. Is you pregame before you go to the club. You get as drunk as you possibly can without falling down. While you're getting ready, and then you head out to the club so that you don't have to spend a whole bunch on drinks. Because it's always like $20 to get in anyway. So.
I mean,
Awkward silence.
well, it's not just that. Getting my charges to get more articles online and whatnot, but wasn't gonna interrupt you in the middle of the story, but yeah, people don't also understand that it's kind of hard being a security guard too.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm a security guard during the day for malls, and at night I'm like a half bouncer, half security guard person. Excuse me.
God.
That burp was crispy.
We can edit this out.
Who says we're editing this? No, this is gonna be edited. This is just all going on there. I don't care. I do what I want because this is my podcast. This is my YouTube channel. We can do whatever we want with it. Okay, that was a mistake to do. But yeah, it's just kind of hard, especially when people like to make it even harder.
Yeah.
Again, I'm doing security guard. I actually started my nightly security guard at another company. They also do armed security too. I'm thinking about doing it, but 50-50 about it. So yeah, but yeah, definitely still thinking about it though. It's on the mind, but I'm not sure if it's gonna make me money. But being security for like cosplayers, maybe but I'm not too sure because of a lot of the travel expenditures, and I'm not sure if they're willing to pay me an extra plane ticket and like the drive there, or if it's like, okay, you'll pay me this, how many days I work for you, and we'll just call it like 300 even.
Plus living expenses, hotel,
I was just gonna say, like, you don't pay for anything, you just pay me the 300, then I go home. I drive home. That's it. That's all it is. That's all I do. So yeah.
I guess it depends. If you offer service, like lawyers on
Service?
retainer, that kind of deal. Yeah.
Service or services?
Services, yeah. One or two, like service
no.
or services.
No, I was saying it like from Aaron Black, because in MK11 he tells Frost, it's like, serve or service. And she's like, ugh, never mind. It's like, come on, man, it's Aaron Black. All he has out here in the outworld is just 4-armed people with big giant teeth, or people that look like human but just way more uglier. Or apparently in Lee May's condition, the most sexiest character in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance ever. Oh god, yeah, that's some good stuff. Awkward silence. Hello, silence, my old friend. Okay. But yeah, I remember actually playing those old Mortal Kombat games. The ones where the characters were basically half naked and the men were just big and buff as hell.
Jesus, yeah. Ah, the 80s.
The
And early
80s and 90s, yes. The good stuff.
Yeah.
The good stuff. Just great. So yeah. So yeah, this is just how it is.
Right.
Moving from one topic to another again. I heard that Chucky, or actually I read that Chucky is actually going to get a TV series into 2020.
Oh God.
Or actually, sorry, 2021, beginning
No.
of the year 2021.
What?
Apparently, yeah.
Chucky the doll.
Yeah, Chucky the Dog.
Chucky
TV
the evil.
series.
Why?
I don't know. People just freaking want
How
it.
is that a series?
I don't know. Just people want it. It's just how it is. I'm looking at it right now. It comes out in 2021. It was published on the 16th, so it was published today. I'm just trying to look for more stuff on it instead of just seeing this. But I'm just trying to look for more information on who's doing it. Okay, they might be in good hands. It might be in good hands because Sci-Fi is doing the show. I can't tell if your
that's
sign
good.
is a bad thing or a good thing.
Not that I particularly care.
Sci-Fi is doing the
I mean,
show.
my ex would. Like, I hated Chucky. I hated Chucky. I don't like movies.
Well, like
Oh yeah, Sci-Fi is pretty good. Like,
I mean, yeah, Sci-Fi actually
I
is
don't
one of
know,
the main
I
TV
wish they would do
series
more.
that. Yeah, that's true. They should do more. I think Sci-Fi is actually a pretty good series, and they actually come out with a lot of good stuff. I think they're like one of the remaining channel TV series shows that keeps going strong till this day.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I'm sorry to say, there's my stuff. My stuff's dropping up here. I dropped my soup.
Oh God, no!
I dropped my sopa.
Not the soup. Oh God.
Now I gotta clean it up. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So shake.
Okay. And now we turn to the cleaning portion of our podcast.
If you ever have the chance, people, to get a cleaning rag and wipe the head of a bald guy while playing Shine Bright Like a Diamond, you do that.
Yes.
Alright, now I'm back, everybody. I'm back, baby.
Welcome back.
So yeah, so sorry to say, but for all you Dark Tower fans, the Dark
Aw.
Tower TV series is not going to happen.
What else is wrong?
and they say because of a lot of things that's in Stephen King's stories
Mm-hmm.
would actually look weird in live action. So
They do. Like, oh my God, so many of them. Like,
okay,
They
but
just-
it is actually a pretty good one.
yeah, they cut out a lot of stuff, though.
We don't need the child-on-child orgy scene, please. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with Stephen King, because apparently that's a recurring theme in his stuff. And, like, should we be watching him or Chris Hansen stand by or something? Because what the F, dude? Like, it seems like in every character, like every story, there's at least one kind of creepy older person, mostly creepy older dude, creeping on some kid, and like, just leave that one thing out, and you're golden. Like, it doesn't matter what the story is, too.
I mean, yeah, true. That is very much true. But yeah, the Dark Tower is a live-action TV series.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to happen. However, if you give it to the same studio that does Castlevania and try to make it into the animated series,
That would be cool.
it would be better. It would, by and large, be technically better than a live-action series.
I
'cause-
mean, people shouldn't really look down on animated movies because sometimes they're really good. Like, there's so many good just
Yeah.
animated movies out there that some are even usually better than like the live action stuff.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Evolution. Avatar.
We don't talk about that.
We don't
They've
talk
never
about
made
that.
a live action Avatar. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I don't know either. What were we
It
talking
was
about?
number one
We're
vaccine.
talking about Dark Tower, right? Okay, so
Yeah, Dark Tower.
So yeah, if you just let the people that do Castlevania, if you give them the rights to it, have
Yeah.
Stephen King kind of like be there just to tell them like how it looks
Mhm.
and all that, it might be turned out better than the live action TV series, like the live action series with Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Now
I
Idris
mean,
Elba
you
wasn't
enjoyed the
bad.
watch. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he was a good character. He was a good gunslinger rolling person
Mhm.
in that
Yeah.
series
Yeah.
or in that movie. My bad.
Mhm.
It's just that their version of that didn't make no sense whatsoever. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah. Another book series that I think would actually be way better in a like a animated movie
Mhm.
or like an animated TV series
Mhm.
is the Dresden Files.
Oh my God, yes.
Now,
I just literally just got done reading one of the books.
if you read, if anyone has read the first one, you already know that the Dresden Files is freaky deaky
Yeah.
and the comic series does justice with the book. So
Yeah. Can you imagine like if they did it like a noir animated style, you know? Like how they did with Batman?
like
I
a
mean, that's
black and
what
white series or like
yeah,
Batman in the animated
no.
series.
You know, you remember the Batman in the 90s, the animated series,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the
They
one
had it
with
like instead of on like white paper or something, they had it on black paper. So all the dark spots, anything dark came out even darker.
true,
That kind of deal.
true.
So like that would look even better than because when you had any kind of different colored light, it stood out better. And magic being different light, or when he does the opens up his third eye and everything, you know, and
I mean,
sees the world.
yeah, that could work, but then again, in that area, we had to use
Yeah. Oh, it was.
paper. We had to use paper. It was paper
Yeah.
edited.
Well, oh, I mean something like that, like that kind of styling, not as muted, obviously, because that was for kids and they only had one scene in the entire series where anybody ever had blood on their face. And they, like us, I have the box series and I listened to DVD commentary. It's like we were never allowed to show blood again. People falling into vats of acid, that's fine. Bloody mouths, no.
Oh, that's too much. Oh, yeah.
What are these kids gonna think? They're gonna be scared and horrified. Like, we have a dude rising out of freaking boiling acid. Like, oh, they're fine.
Oh, he's fine. You know, they probably just think it's juice.
Yeah, but did he die? No. It's
Did he
also
just
why
have
there's
itchy
no.
skin for about a week for being bleached? Yeah, but he's still alive.
That's why, like in Superman, the animated series that came out at the same time, they had like these weird alien guns that fired beams of light because they didn't want to promote gun violence. But like,
Oh yeah, and
that
having
guy was.
Batman in the anime series showing gun violence. Oh, that makes
Right,
total
oh,
sense.
no, oh yeah. Superman just shrugging off bolts of light, like, oh, I'm fine. Like, okay, like we already know he's OP. But I mean,
Okay,
like,
boomer.
yes, I'm incredibly old. But anyway,
So am I.
yeah. Can you imagine though, like that kind of the grittiness, like without the, I don't know, without the glorification of all the blood, but just like that spirit of it, where you start from darkness and you just contract it with the light, you contrast it when he does the magic and everything, and how this sight works, and I think it would just visually would just come out amazing. And you already got a great story right there, so there's no reason to change it, of course, unless you do like Netflix or something. It's gonna be changed because that's how Hollywood is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even with the Dresden Files did actually have a live action TV
Yeah.
series, which wasn't that good, honestly.
It
This is coming from the
wasn't,
guy
but
that
I
watched all
love the
23.
guy they hired for like as Dresden. I want him to be the voice because he has an amazing voice. He's perfect for like narrating.
Exactly, and he would. I think it was that. If I actually remember correctly, hold on. Let me look this up. Just texting. I'm just kidding. Again, I'm just looking this up right now, so
Mm-hmm.
just trying to figure out who's doing the voices and all that.
Oh.
It's narrated by a man named James Master. James Masters, sorry.
From Buffy?
Let me look. Let me look. I put James Master. Sorry, everybody.
Oh.
Yep, from Buffy.
Sweet. Spike. Now he's another fun character.
Actually, you know what's funny? It says he played from Buffy in Buffy from 1997 to 2003. Guess what else he played in?
Smallville?
In 2009.
Smallville. Brainiac.
Dragon Ball Z Evolution.
Oh my god.
It actually says he played in Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh my god, no.
Yep. And apparently he was also a voice actor in Doom and Superman Doomsday, the animated movie.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out more. He was also in Runaways and Marvel Runaways that ran from 2017 to 2019.
Oh yeah, he was the one of the evil dads. That was not a good show.
None of these are a good show. And speaking about more shows, CW, please let CW know this. Please let us have a Jonah Hex TV series. Please, you can't mess that up.
No, you don't want CW to run that. Come on.
Here's the thing though. A lot of, for some reason, Western TV series, Old West TV series are a big hit right now. I don't know why, but they just are right now.
Because we're in a land of lawlessness. That's why. No cops, man. But like, can you imagine CW is gonna, all Jonah Hex is gonna do is like every episode take off his shirt and have like 8-pack abs for some reason.
Well,
like,
technically, in the Old West, you didn't really have, abs.
but he will.
He will for some reason, but there's no way they can actually mess that up, even if they have something like that. And besides, people actually don't take out like their shirts off in the Old West, anyways, because it was kind of a embarrassing sight. So,
yeah, the Puritan values and all that crap. But still, what I'm saying is like they will find a way to sex up Jonah Hex, and that's kind of scary to think about.
I mean, let's be honest. For some reason, in the comics, this man gets laid more times than Batman or Superman for having a man who has a disfigured face. Does a disfigured face get you more, sex
But have you
appeal?
seen his gun? I think that's what it is. Ladies love a dude with a big gun. That's all it is.
Well, I better start walking around with my revolver then.
I think it's the gun and the accent. You know,
He
it's
has
got
a
that.
southern accent.
Yeah, that
How is
southern
that
charm.
sexy?
Oh my god, they can be so like. Look, if you pour on the charm in a southern accent, that is sexy as hell. If you pour on the racism in it, it's like that's terrifying. But like, so it's it's just really like a split there. It's a huge line you don't cross. But if you go try to be all sexy with it, like that's gonna get.
Now that I actually think about it, and since you are from the South, right?
Yeah.
I can actually hear the Southern in your voice now.
I've been told it comes out more when I'm drunk, though. So.
And I'm from
Like-
the countryside. You won't hear me talking like this all the time now, do you?
Yeah, like, cause I'll get drunk and I'll start getting loud. I talk like this, like, like y'all don't know nothing about what I'm going through, mayonnaise. There's a lot of drug coming out now, huh?
Excuse
Like I
me,
just
sir.
keep going further south.
I like it how, I think it was a comedian that was saying about how white people can't handle anything hot, or if it was like a vine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and for some reason, in Southern voice, it's like, man, what is this quesadilla, man? What is this hot, spicy stuff that you got on here? He's like, sir, that's just mayonnaise. He's like, oh.
Jesus. Okay, so like, I want to be mad and say like, no, that's not true, but like, I can't handle spice. Well, like, see, the thing is, my dad used to eat like, he would get a jar of jalapeno peppers, right? And when he would just eat those as a snack while he's watching TV, and I'm like, I can't even handle one slice of it. Like,
Here's
I
the thing
don't
that's funny about that. Like my dad, we for some reason have like dilled jalapenos that he eats for breakfast like most of the damn time.
right.
And now since I've gotten older, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the same.
Oh my god.
I'm doing the same.
Okay, so here's the thing, and and my boyfriend is Indian, right? Which means I have to learn how to eat spicy food. Like
Wait. When you say Indian, we talking about like, the pale man has taken our land.
from
Are we
India,
talking about
India.
like, oh hello, this is tech support. How can I help you? I'm sorry for the racism, guys. This is just how we
Speaking of
joke around.
racism,
All right, this is just how I
yeah.
joke around. I'm not
He
actually
does.
racist. This is just how I fuck around. Okay. So.
He does the same. You should hear some of the shit he says. Like he says, "I'm a brownie, man." I'm like, okay, because I try to tell people stuff he says, and like they look at me like I'm so racist. Like, no, he says this, but it's funny. He's just like, I'm just a brownie, and like, but like, yeah, he's been eating spicy food since he was in the womb, and I really don't eat spicy food. Like I can't handle hot spicy Doritos. That's how bad it is. And he will laugh at me every time. It's like, you gotta, get some spice. It's like, no, we don't. You can have good food. Why would you eat and then want to have a bad time later, right? Like just...
Exactly. Do you like to bleed out your asshole or something? What's going on there? Not even I eat all that spicy foods, and I'm from the countryside.
Yeah, like he'll say random racist things to mess with me. I guess he'll say he's gonna have a white people dinner and just like make a grilled cheese sandwich. Or he'll start messing with me and like he'll sing these songs, like he'll sing randomly, and like I'll start dancing or like just like moving and singing along with him, and he's like, that's from an album called Songs White People Get Lit To. Like, it's just good musically.
That is perfect, and that is fucking hilarious.
What's hilarious is he loves more white music than I do. He's like, oh my god, I'm white.
Hey, I'm Mexican, and I'm talking in a goddamn country accent right now. So what are you talking about? I shouldn't be talking like this. I should talk about like this way. This is how I should be talking.
Hey, Holmes.
Hey, Estelle, what you doing over there? Hey, Holmes, come here, cabrón, come here. Hey,
What's
everyone,
hilarious?
check out, it's the Fat and the Furious.
I can't remember that joke. What's funny is like he works, right now he works at Dairy Queen, and he'll do the drive-through sometimes to help out. And so when someone pulls up, he'll answer in his Valley Girl voice.
What?
His Valley Girl voice.
His Valley Girl voice? How does
Yeah,
that work? What does that sound like?
Oh, hi! How you doing? Welcome to Dairy Queen. What can I get for you today? Like that. I'm like, like, cause he'll do it. He's done it to me before, and I'm like, that's just.
And he's your boyfriend, right?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend.
Your current boyfriend, right? Not like
Huh?
ex. He's your current boyfriend, right?
He's my current boyfriend. Yes.
Okay. So when you guys are having sex, does he do that too?
Oh God, no! I hope he never does. That would be awful.
Oh my gosh, should I do it like harder?
I think I would just die. I would just start laughing. I don't know. It would be too many mixed emotions.
Oh, that's great. Yes, that's super great. So okay. All right. So guys that that listen to this podcast, please leave a text down below what you actually think what's going on in the Midwest area. Like, have you ever been to the Midwest? Have you been to Idaho, Nebraska, Iowa? And tell me how you guys' experience was in that states, because I would actually like to know. I didn't actually ask you this when you came down to the Midwest, but what you actually like about it than where you currently live, or what you actually think beforehand of what was actually going on in this state before you came here?
Uh, well, I mostly heard stories about Nebraska from my ex. That's because, that's why I was up there. I was bringing her back. Um, and I had visited once or twice before, so I was kind of worried because, one, the cold. I love snow, but I hate cold. But and when I first came, I did not dress appropriately because apparently, like shorts in the wintertime up there is not a good idea. Like here, sometimes during the winter you can wear shorts, you'll be fine, just a little chilly. But like, no, it decided to snow like 3 feet that year.
That's actually a good thing.
Yeah, so
Sorry, that's my knuckles. Keep going.
yeah, what I noticed was kind of different, I guess. I don't know, like from like I've been into like a main city where I live. I live in a little rinky-dink town off the main city, and
Uh-huh.
I've kind of hung out there for the clubs and everything.
Yeah.
Like comparatively, our the main city is a lot calmer.
That
Like
is a
y'all drive
lie.
fast. Y'all drive fast. For one, so freaking fast. Like we have bad drivers and they're slow, so that's not really good. So yeah, that's a little bit calmer there, and just like there was, I think if I remember, there was probably like fewer people on the actual streets, like, walking pedestrians and stuff. It's compared to when I went there, and people were allowed to leave their house.
um, I mean, yeah. I mean, no, I mean, like the state I lived in, people really didn't care. I mean,
Mhm.
well, on like on the first few weeks of lockdown, people were
Yeah.
not outside, but like 2 weeks later that I saw, people were like running, riding their bikes. People were
Right.
doing like exercises. Like, okay, well, apparently the lockdown that nobody gives a hell about, but so might as well fuck it.
It's forced vacation. There's a
It's
difference.
forced vacation. Um, but yeah, so what's actually good news for me is that I finally set in my gun permit, so now I can get a gun. Hopefully, I get it like back in a couple days, and not like 7 years that another friend of mine had gotten it for some reason. Yeah, like the fucking gun permit laws are a bitch sometimes.
But now anybody listening to this podcast knows not to break into his house. So,
Oh, don't worry, a pistol won't wait for you. My 12 gauge will. Because in my state, you don't need a permit to get a rifle. You just need a
oh
permit
my
to get a
God,
handgun.
that's so bizarre.
And if I remember the correct age, I think it's like the age of 19 that you can get a rifle.
Jesus.
Yeah, rifle and or shotgun.
I don't know the exact laws here, but I know that I used to have a neighbor who was 12 years old and he had a shotgun, a rifle, and his own pistol. And I'm like, he used to go hunting. And I was like, okay. And he would bring it out sometimes when we go play with his gun. Because, kids and firearms mixed so well together. I also had another neighbor who pulled a gun on me like 3 times when he was like 16. So, 3 separate occasions, by the way, and for some reason I was still friends with that dude.
That is just wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just wow. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. So my friends here have kind of convinced me to write an autobiography about myself, and I never thought I was an interesting person until I started telling them some of the crap that happened to me, and they're like, "Dude, that's not a normal thing to happen." Like, what? Who didn't hang out with mobsters sometimes? Like, that's just what happens, you know? Like, who hasn't gotten in a bar fight in Japan? Like, weird shit that goes down sometimes.
Okay, so it is in my state, without a permit for anyone at least 18 years of age is not prohibited from carrying a firearm, but allows local governments to regulate the open carry of firearms in the city. and carry a permit is required. I'm guessing this is just for. Oh, it says for non-residents. Sorry, my bad. Trying to fucking find the age of when you can buy one in the States. It's kind of hard.
Right. Hey, when can I get a gun? As young as possible.
As young as possible. Apparently not young enough in the goddamn South, apparently. You people in the South are crazy people, man. You guys got like kids of like 13 to 12 already having handguns, while I'm over here like gotta be like 21 to get mine.
Dude, I was like, I was in 9th grade when they taught us in school how to shoot guns. And that was
See, you have it easy down there, man.
easy, man. I missed because I was drunk. I shot out their window because I was too drunk to aim. So
That's
I never
funny.
learned how to shoot a gun.
Oh my god.
So yeah, children, alcohol, and firearms. And I got the alcohol from my weed smoking friends, so you know.
Okay, so going back from TV shows, off this
Yeah.
little derailing.
Oh god, I forgot that's what we were talking about.
So yeah, I think they should definitely try a Jonah Hex one. There's no way they can put an agenda in the Old West because, let's be honest, talking back as a woman, talking back to a man, it was something that would not really happen too much, or
Yeah, but
like at
have
all.
have you seen some of the modern day Wild West-ish type shows? You know there's gonna be an agenda there. You know there's gonna be some suffragette in the show. There's
True.
gonna be
true.
some dude who's definitely totally straight, right? You know.
Well,
No, there's-
I mean,
Some
people.
of-
There were some people in the Old West that could have been gay.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm not saying they didn't
But they just
exist.
probably
I'm
had to
just saying
hide
like they're gonna add it.
Well, they just
Yeah.
had to hide it.
It-
Like,
Yeah,
really
they're
well.
gonna have the character who lives with his definitely brother who looks absolutely nothing like him, you know, and then you're gonna have the whole racial agenda. Like you can put a ton of agendas in any Old West setting. And I mean like then you got the Plains Indians.
The Plains
gotta-
Indians.
Yeah, there's the Plains, the ones most people see in movies. That's why they think all Indians have headdresses. That's why they think it's all sacred to all of us. And it's like, no, it's not. It's actually just like specific group of Indian nations that actually care about it, and that's the Plains. The rest of us, we didn't have that. We had feathers, like
Like
some
in the
of the
hair.
more- yeah, in the hair, like the Cherokee, the Iroquois, the Apache. I don't think they even had feathers, but I know they painted their faces.
The
you know, like-
Apaches? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
well
so-
as the Matoka. Oh, sorry. I like what Nightwolf in Mortal Kombat so much. He's a good character.
What I hope is it's not a comic, but it's a book series. And I kind of want it to become a animated series would be an epic thing, I think.
Oh,
Because
which is that?
Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh,
You remember it had two god awful
It-
movies.
okay, well, the first one was
Story.
alright. The first one, to me,
Eh,
was okay. Second one, I had no fucking idea what that one was even about. I didn't even read the books of Percy Jackson. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I read all of them. I read the fifth one the night it came out, and stayed up all night reading it cover to cover. And I'm a very slow reader. Like I finished it in one night. That's how much I love these books. And I was really into it because I opened the fourth book. I was at Walmart. I went to it's one they used to have this little book aisle. So I went.
They
picked
still
up
have
the
the little
book.
book aisles in
Yeah.
Walmart.
Okay. Oh, well, not here. It's the South. They get rid of that. So I went there. I picked up the book, and the first line read, "I didn't mean to set the gym on fire again, but it wasn't my fault." I'm like, okay, I have to read this entire series now, like, because I want to know how we got to this point. So I read the whole thing, and I was like, it's an amazing series. Like, a lot of it is, um, I don't know if you call lifted or what, but taken from Greek myths, obviously, because it's about Greek gods. You know, there's Perseus, obviously, and then there's Hercules, the tasks, and the
And Kratos and
yeah. No, I mean like that's just like the themes, like in Homer's Odyssey. Sea of Monsters was supposed to be basically a modern-ish retelling of Homer's Odyssey, because they had the boat, they had the sirens, and they had to fight a cyclops, they had to fight the monsters, you know, and they had a long journey home. And there was so many amazing monsters they could have done, but not Kronos. He was in the first one, and he was such an epic. Didn't even have a body, and he was still affecting shit like time. He was pulling people in just for the gravity of his just sheer amazing evilness. That's how
pulling people in with that sheer, amazing, grand cock.
yeah, that big ass gun of his. But like in the second movie, they showed him, and like he's okay. He's the devil. He's the red hot devil. And oh, look at that! Percy killed him. That was super easy. Also, not how it worked in the book, and not even as epic, because oh my god, the dude met Hercules. There's this whole lore just behind his sword pin, because it was from Hercules.
Okay, so what is the? You know, I'm not even gonna ask that because we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep talking about other things besides getting into the lore of Percy Jackson and all that.
But like, if you haven't read it, it's a great series to read. Don't watch the movies unless you're drunk, and I don't recommend doing that, because you can play a good, definitely terrible game of shots with that.
Okay.
Anyway.
But I understand, like, when you read a book series and they make it like a show or a movie out of it, it's like, oh, okay, well, now they just killed it.
Yeah.
They just killed it. Same, that kind of goes the same with the Dresden File TV series.
Oh
like,
god, yeah, like I actually first
like, why isn't Murphy like a short blonde woman? That's
right. That was that was her whole thing.
Yeah,
Which
she was
looked
short.
like
She
a
was blonde.
cheerleader.
And
How many books is she always described as a cheerleader in? Like every single one I've read so far.
And like, there's so much sexual tension between her and Dresden is just
Right.
there. I think it's like up until like the fourth or the third book is when they're saying like, yeah, okay, this is not gonna work out between us.
Oh, well, I'm on the fourth book now.
I think it's
I
in
mean, I
that
just
one.
finished it, I think.
It's either in that one or it's in the fifth one. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. I just finished the book where he started feeling this tension, like because he saw her in a pretty dress, and like out of her cop mode. And, like,
All chicks are hot when they're out of their cop mode. So
yeah, exactly. When they're out of the "I'm gonna beat your ass" mode, every girl's a beautiful lady, But like, I watched the series first. And watching the series is what got me interested in reading the books, because like, oh, I want more of this world, right? And there was no more of the world, so I went to a book, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read this because I saw it at Barnes and Noble one day. Sponsor is Barnes and Noble. So anyway, I'm reading, it's like, oh, this is amazing. And then like the more I read, the more I got mad at the shows. Like, why wasn't all of this in there?
because like, how do I say this? The Dresden Files is actually to me a well balance between detailed and telling the story and character development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they actually Tim Butch actually made another book that came out, I believe, this year. Give me 1 second, I'll look that up. But to me, it's coming out pretty good. Like his series could, and I dare speak the sin, his book series could actually be better than Stephen King's.
Oh, well, that's not a sin to me, but you're gonna get so much hate mail, dude.
I don't care. I don't care. It's
I will say this. Like, I've read some Stephen King stuff, and when I first started reading, I read the Goosebumps series, and I'm sorry, but the Goosebumps was a better freaking story. I'm sorry.
It is.
Like, it's just better crafted. It's more entertaining, and yeah, I get it's for younger kids and all, but dude, you don't have to, be morbid just for the sake of morbidity. You know, like tell a good story. That's what you should do. And like, I watched a few of his videos about being a writer because like I'm trying to be a writer myself for real. And
Oh, okay. So wait, actually, there's two books that actually came out, which
oh,
this year, which was Peace Talks and Battleground.
nice, that's great.
Because the last one that he did was in 2014, which was Skin Game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I think I know which one it is now. And you said you were on the fourth book, right? Summer Night.
Death Masks, I think is the last one I read.
3, 4. Okay, that's the fifth book.
Okay. Yeah, Summer Night was the fourth. I love Michael. He's amazing.
I can't remember if it was Death Mask or if it was Deadbeat or Proven Guilty is when they talked about it. Because I know they talked about them not getting a relationship because of Michael Carpenter's daughter being a wizard too. Because it happened around that same time. Because she.
Damn, that's a spoiler.
Wait, oh, you didn't read that part yet?
No.
I'm super sorry. I am super sorry.
It's not in the book I read yet. No, but I mean, like, I'm pretty sure it will. Like, okay, the last one I read it was I think it was Death Masks or Death Rights. Maybe it was Death Rights.
Oh,
The one where he had
Blood
to investigate the porno, the porn.
Oh
studio.
god.
The super awkward ass investigation. Like,
Why did he go super detailed with the portal? What? I don't understand this.
it's just like, what the hell? I mean, parts of it I kind of thought were sweet, like the dude who was clearly in love with the with the girl that she wasn't even a porn star. She was just there for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was the little sister to God, the White Council vampire or whatever the.
Oh, she was part of the White Council.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't become one.
Did she? Have you? Do you know about the guy that's Okay, this might be another spoiler. Do you know about Dresden's half brother?
Yes.
Okay, is it her?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
It's her his sister.
Yeah.
My favorite was the turkey. It was just the best scene. Like, I love Entropy Be Curses. I mean, like, if I had magic, right? That would be the Wile E. Coyote kind of shit I would do with magic. It's like, okay, turkeys from the sky onto this fucking.
Just fucking kill this person,
Bam!
and then it's fully cooked.
Okay, and I like how Dresden described it. You know, like, just like that Looney Tune kind of shit. And then this next hit was like a surgeon with a scalpel. I was like, so it's definitely more than one person. So, like, that was. Oh, yeah, spoiler. So, that was just, like, something very super interesting to me, because how he personalizes magic and how it's not the language you use, it's what's important to you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, instead of using a cross, he uses the pentacle, the star thing, or the pentagram. Yeah.
Being a Wiccan, I mean, yeah, I understand him in a ways because, again, I connected to this character because I am Wiccan and I am just trying to do my own thing, but there's a lot of people that are just like politically like, oh, you don't have the same views as me. Well, you're excommunicated, or you're like ready to put a curse on you because you had this and this and that. It's like, come on, man. I'm a good person. Just because we have different political views doesn't mean we have to hate each other.
Are there bad Wiccans? Oh my god.
There are good.
You would think.
And there are bad.
Yeah.
There are some that are political bad. And there are some that are just generally nice people. And there's some that are just like nice, but they're dickholes. Like,
right.
They're nice, but they're like being dicks. They're like dick nice.
Well, I find it ironic because some of the nicest people I've met have been Satanists. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I don't care what you believe. Like, you don't even have to believe anything. If you're atheist, I don't give a crap as long as you're a good person. And like, But when you say Satanist, that's like, okay, I'm rooting for the bad guys. Like, okay, edgelord. And like most of the ones I met are just pure edgelords. Like all they will do is, they're more obsessed with Christ and Christianity than Christians are. Right? And like, but then I've met like a few Satanists, Luciferians, I think they call themselves. They're just really chill dudes. Like, look, I want to do this. Like, pentagrams, that cool. And like, and the Luciferian Bible or whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called. Sorry for anybody out there who actually knows what it is, but like their tenets or rules or everything are like, just don't be a dick to people. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like, cool, that's a great code to live by. Don't hurt people, don't be a dick. Like, just, I mean, you don't have to have any kind of religion, just don't hurt people, don't be a dick. That's all. That's the only two rules you really need in life.
Well, I'm a dick just to be like a fun person. Like if I make jokes, if I make jokes about you and I make jokes to you, it's just like I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just being funny.
There's dicking around, and then there's
dicking around. Like there's dicking around, and there's actually being a dick.
Yeah.
Two different scenarios, people. There's two different kinds.
Yeah. This is just all dicking around right now. This is all we're doing.
Yeah, this is all we're doing is just dicking around. Nice podcast. This is why it's called The Talk, because we talk about anything and everything. But yeah, I think two of my favorite parts was one, whereas Dress's brother is literally, I'm not sure if you would call it molesting, because it's like he was kissing the girl, and he's a light vampire, and remember these are like the succubus kind of ones.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, get off her. He's like, well, she's not saying no. I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. That is hilarious. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his girlfriend or that was so sad. Look, there's only been like, I think 2 books I've ever read that actually have made me cry. One of them was Mice and Men, the end, and I think the other was.
Did you say the Mice of Men or Nim?
Of Mice and Men.
Oh, I thought you said Mice and Nim. I'm like, are you talking about that Nim movie, that animated cartoon?
No, the book. Like I've read that. Like I read that not even for school, just because I was bored, and I read it. I was like, why would you do this to me? And I just like I'm crying at the end, Liddy. And like, I was so close to crying when he thought, after his whole ordeal, his near-death experience. So like, it was very well written. Like it really stabbed you in the heart. You could feel what he was feeling. Like he didn't even have to say much about it. And Dresden was too pissed to, like do all that details of how caring he is and everything. And so, but you still got that feeling.
Yeah.
So that's good writing.
Yeah, that's really good.
You can tell it weighed on him.
Oh, by the way, I mispronounced it. It was actually Jim Butch, not Tim Butch.
So I didn't. Isn't it Jim Butcher?
Well, yeah. And the second favorite I've seen is, have you ever seen the one where the wardens go to war with like warlocks, and one of the female wardens kind of like gets their body switched and all that?
No.
You haven't?
The last war I saw was with the Red Court, the vampire.
Okay.
That was like boss. What's his name?
Oh.
I saw that southern accent dude just dropping a fucking set. That was so amazing. Like, just like turn on channel 3 or some shit. Like, you wiped out this whole fucking nest. I'm like, dude.
And just to be clear about people about magic, again, Wiccan, magic doesn't work like that. We can't.
No.
We can't destroy electronics.
Can you imagine if it did? Like, screw getting a gun permit. I did like that they said that there was one part, I think it was in Death Rights, where they were talking about, what if somebody published or, got out all this stuff about how to do magic. And they said that, oh yeah, they did. They allowed that to happen specifically because it made a drain on the magic. So it made it even harder to use, like almost impossible for normal people to use it. So it kind of made it feel like, oh, maybe that's what happened for real, kind of, like, if you wanted to delude yourself that much.
So going back to one of my two favorite parts in the book, the first one being his brother. What was his brother's name again? Cain, right? No, wait, no. Cain was actually the bodyguard of a little girl.
Yeah,
Um,
the library or something.
the librarian.
Yeah, I loved her. She was amazing. It was just like
I loved it
all
with
that-
her and the cat. It was pretty good.
all that dark power, and she's just like 9 years old.
And she like talked like she was a grown up, and she's like, "Mr. Dresden, may I please pet the kitty?" I'm just like, oh my god, this is so cute. Why is this so cute for a girl that literally knows how to kill a person in 90,000 ways over
Oh my
centuries?
god! Like, can you just imagine that? Like, that would be the most adorable thing if it was like in an animated series, right? Just the librarian, you know?
And his cat and his, for some reason,
God,
kick-ass
Mister.
dog.
Yeah, I love the dog. I'm sorry. I have a cat, but I'm a dog person. I'm sorry.
So I actually found out it's his brother's name is Thomas. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so when they summoned the Elder King or the Lich King, or as the Witcher put it, the Wild Hunt.
Wow.
When they had the fight, one of the female wardens' bodies got switched around with one of the warlocks,
Mm-hmm.
and so
As
she
you
was,
do.
yeah, so she was now permanently in that young body. And remember that the wizards in the Dresden Files, they lived for like 1,000 years too. So,
Oh my god. Yeah.
and there was this one scene where they were fighting a skinwalker.
Mhm.
Dresden was wet. He was drying his clothes in the dryer, and she came in, and it was just this, for some reason, detailed kiss scene that just, and this is very hard for people to do, is that I actually turned red while listening to this. I'm like, damn, this is so hot. Why am I blushing for this?
Like, look, I blush very easily. That's another reason I don't do the whole, like, I would like to roll to seduce thing, you know? Like, it's because I will get flustered very easily. Because I have a DM and he said, I have no shame and you will break before I do, I swear. And I'm like, okay. And he played one of my friends. He on his downtime he got a girlfriend, so he had to role play flirting with him, and I was like, this is just so embarrassing. Like, already.
Why is this so embarrassing?
Yeah, so like I can kind of see Dresden, how he's like very awkward and stuff like that. Like oh, that's so me. I would totally freak out, you know, like. But then he'll do that whole acrobatic sex scene with his half vampire girlfriend.
Oh my god, I've read that. I don't know why, but and again, I'm sorry. I got turned on from that for some reason.
Okay.
Don't blame me. That was just
That-
really nicely detailed for some reason.
I mean, I like that was primal, animalistic, you know, just rutting around there. You know, it's pig sex. That's what that is.
It's big sex.
Yeah, it's not even, you know, like romantic. It's like, take your clothes off. We're gonna fuck. I mean, I like it. Kind of started out tender, and then it got, you know, way overboard. You know, that happens. Like,
And then it just got really,
Yeah.
really,
Oh.
really sexualized. And then it just became. How do I say this? Is it BDSM?
yeah, well, kind of. I mean, she was tied up, but so light BDSM, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
I showed that to my boyfriend that once. He's like, oh, this guy's an amateur.
This
Like-
guy's an amateur. I'm like,
He's
damn,
just
okay. Okay.
Oh, she's hung up from the ceiling, tied up. Ooh, boo hoo.
Wait, what? Oh, that's good. That's funny.
He did like the part where she's doing Tai Chi. He's like, most people don't realize that you could break somebody's bones in 34 different ways with this simple looking move. And I was like, I laughed. And the sad thing is, my boyfriend does Tai Chi, right? And like, he can kick your ass with it. That's the thing, is because he does like Tai Chi Chin or Chin style Tai Chi or something like
Okay,
that with
so
for combat.
so he does the combat version of Tai Chi.
Yeah.
And not the
Not the old
Pussy
people in the
ass
park.
one
Yeah.
for the old people, you know what I'm saying, guys? Come on
Yeah.
now.
Not the old people in the park Tai Chi. The I'm gonna break your arm with this.
This technique, if you ever got it, and I must do it very slowly.
Yeah. Exactly. And like, you know, I went to see him recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's a martial artist, and I'm a martial artist, so of course we sparred. And I managed to take him down, actually, you know. So I took him down, and like it's the ground game now, it's jujitsu and everything, and he punches me in the throat.
Okay, wow,
Just, like,
okay. Okay.
Not hard, just like enough, kind of like a tap, you know, just
Mhm.
enough for me to know, oh yeah, I've been punched in the throat.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you. I'm
Hmm.
gonna be honest. That sounded like he got pissed and he just did that just to be like, to get that, you know, be like, hey, you could do this, but remember, I can still hit you in the fucking throat.
Yeah, kind of. I think maybe. I don't think it was piss. It's just like, you know, instincts. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to, you know, just let your reflexes take control. So.
Oh man. Oh, I also found out the lady that he was kissing in Small Favors. It's Lucio.
Mhm.
Anastasia. Lucio. Is it Lucio or is it Lucio? I don't know.
Is it a
Italian.
C?
It's C.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
probably Lucio.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Lucio then.
Lucio. Guccio. Okay, continuing on from books, because we have spent a long time on books. Like a half an hour on books.
I mean, like that's a good podcast to talk. You know, people love hearing about books.
I mean, that's
Especially-
very much true. Even I love talking about books.
Like, look, I mean, like, shout out to one of my favorites is Lost in Adaptation.
Lost
Like-
in the Adaptation.
Yeah, that's a YouTube book show kind of thing where he reviews book movies, compares them to the books, and see what they've changed, right? You know, which and a lot of stuff is like, oh my god, why would you change that? Sounds so epic. Just like Percy Jackson, and like watching his Percy Jackson videos on them, and you should watch them because you've never read the books, and you will be just as pissed as I am because there's so many epic things in the book. Like, oh my god, Percy fought Ares, the god of war, and won. Like, come on, that's an awesome fucking story. Like, no, but what we get? Nothing good. So yeah, it's a fun show because like it'll point out things and be like, and go like, okay, but now that you've changed this one thing in the movie, the rest of the movie no longer makes sense because you stuck with the original dialogue. Now it just sounds weird. You know, like he did a whole Harry Potter-a-thon, and he's a big fan of Harry Potter, apparently. So that was a lot of fun to watch. Like people love book movies, or not book movies, but book review shows, I guess. So because it's the next best thing to actually reading books.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. It is. Not a lot. It is. Gross. Yeah. I got stuff all over my arm. Hello?
Hi, sorry, I'm texting my boyfriend.
Not just that, it's just you know, it's just the our music for some reason just went off, so I'm just fixing that right now.
Oh,
Holy hell, we actually listened to 1 hour of jazz. Jesus hell.
oh my God, yeah.
Now we've gone on to lo-fi hip hop.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so now we passed the jazz part, now we're on the lo-fi hip hop, everybody.
Mhm. You know what I found?
What?
Hour long. I found the Avatar end credits, like Avatar: The Last Airbender end credits music on a loop for 1 hour. Like that's my gym workout song now, cause like that's just that. It's a good song, you know. It gets you pumped up, you know, right?
You mean pumped up for disappointment?
What? You pumped up for disappointment? Hell no. Like,
Or are you talking about? Wait, are you talking about the movie series, or are you talking about like the actual TV series?
the actual TV series.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like, oh,
Yeah. Like the original cartoon.
yeah, like the original cartoon.
Yeah. And I kind of can't wait about the live action from Netflix. Like, I saw this meme. It was Uncle Iroh,
Mhm.
where he's looking at that flower, you know, and it's like, delicious tea or deadly poison. You know, it's like, that's pretty much everybody in the Avatar fandom right now talking about the live action show.
Mm. Damn, that was funny. Yeah, I was just trying not to spit up my coffee when I was drinking that.
Oh, no.
But yeah, yeah. So that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just currently now I feel like going back to listening to the Dresden Files again because it's a good series. Fuck off for everybody who disagrees. So we went back
Come
to
on, it's like it was like Harry Potter in the modern day, you know, in fucking Chicago. Come on. Who wouldn't love that?
you mean how people kept on running into train walls and all that?
Yeah. Like, that's how I described it to Jay. You know? Like, if you love Harry Potter, you'll love this. His name's Harry, too.
You love that? You got a dude named Harry right here. But yeah, I think the next thing that I'm doing besides Kung Fu, I've actually only been with my Kung Fu company or my Kung Fu show or Kung Fu studio with my teacher
School?
for there you go, Kung Fu school for about 4 months, and I'm already like an orange belt.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I literally bumped up 3 levels, but you know, it's like, guys, you gotta remember, there's a reason why some people kind of are ahead of you most of the time, and that's because someone is always putting in more work than you are.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you ever come out to Texas, you can train with me and Jay. Like, he knows a lot of Kung Fu. And, like, he's been training for, like, 20-something years in just Southern Praying Mantis.
Hey,
And,
he does Southern. I'm actually learning the Northern Praying Mantis.
Yeah, see?
To which I probably will, like I've done everything else, master that as well.
Okay.
Trust me. My teacher was very, like I would say, like, surprised that I've mastered a form called Young Tiger. Ascends the Mountain, which has like 15 moves in it. And I study each and every one of them. Did it at home and all that. So, yeah. So,
So I have to ask, how long can you hold your horse stance?
that depends. How long can you hold yours?
I'll be honest and admit it. I can hold it for like a minute and a half. If I'm like, I'm not
If
very
you're
good
ready.
at horse. Yeah.
I've actually never done like a horse stance or like a horse stance hold, because normally, and people don't get pissed off at me because, and normally it's because we always do leg workouts, and my legs are always sore for about a good couple of days. And we do have this horse stance that we come up from one leg, do a front kick, then go back to horse stance and do another front kick with the other leg.
Yeah.
And we do about 25 of those.
Okay.
But
Well-
I actually don't know how long I can hold my horse stance because I've never done it. I've just been practicing. So.
Well, I don't know if was his Sifu or what, but like, he can hold it. Jay can hold his for like 2.5 hours. Like, he'll watch TV while he's in horse stance, or just like message people.
Is it a deep horse stance, or is it kind of like a light?
Oh yeah, it's deep.
It's deep.
Yeah, like squatting almost.
I mean, yeah, that's basically how you got to do your horse stance. If you're not doing the deep
Yeah.
squat,
Yeah.
you're not doing it
Like,
right.
yeah, like he's been doing since he was real little and everything, and it's nothing for him to sit there for a couple of hours in horse stance, and I'm sitting there like after 30 seconds, like, oh my god, why am I standing like this? Like, we have chairs. If not the floor, that's fine.
But yeah, with Hung Kuin, because Hung Kuin is my fighting style.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading like this weird TMNT shit, because like I am gonna share this now. People that can hear my clicking, you know why? Because I'm doing that shit. Horse stance is very in Hung Kuin is a very low stance because most of our power comes from our legs in that
Oh yeah.
in that fighting style.
I think in most people's fighting styles, people underestimate how important your legs actually are. It's like even in boxing, your feet position is incredibly important.
It's very much important, especially with boxing.
Yeah, and like people don't understand that. They think it's all upper body, and like no, it's it's lower body too. Like
There's
where
there's
you get the chi,
like
the
a lot of
kinetic
mechanics that go into it.
That's what people like olden days and some sadly modern people in kung fu call chi. Like that's where that energy is. It comes from the earth. It's that kinetic linking of every single muscle firing in the correct position at the correct time to create that power.
Yeah, and here's another thing that I like to tell people is this:
Mm-hmm.
Wushu and traditional kung fu are two different things. Ooh,
Oh yeah, definitely.
almost broke my glass cup right there. Sorry about that. People see these like Tai Chi, these like MMA versus Kung Fu videos. It's like, okay, first of all, I know for a fact that guy's not an actual fighter. How do I know this? Because he is flinching, he is spazzing out everywhere.
Right.
And, like, he's just crazy because he's trying to block. And it's like, well, you're normally taught that to relax while you're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Because a stiffen up body is something that's not a good idea to quote unquote have.
Yeah.
Especially with boxers.
In my style, these and it's karate. So, but it was like
You mean you're
descended
pulling the
from
guard
Pangai
style?
Noon.
You mean you're pulling the guard style?
No,
Let me get
that's
fall on
jujitsu.
top of me and prepare to meet your doom.
Exactly. This is my standing up style. It's karate. It's Shohei. It descended directly from Pangai Noon, and which is kung fu. And the
You
way
mean
we're
White
taught,
Crane?
yeah, White Crane. The way we're like the way we're taught to throw a punch is like a whip. It's soft until the very end, and you snap it. That's when you get the power, and you get a faster and better punch from it. And like, I've actually sparred people outside of the dojo because like I did jujitsu, and they had kickboxing. So like, well, I went to kickboxing, just to, kind of be well rounded. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't, super accurate or fast because I'm fat. So, but like when I hit, they said it was like, oh my god, it was like being hit by a freight train because like I just still did that whipping, that how we punch.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
like I'm just saying, like that's what you're saying is you're supposed to be soft and loose, and till all of a sudden, you got that snap.
And another thing with Hung Kuin is that it's not a, how do I say this? Hung Kuin, Xin Ling Hung Kuin. We don't block.
Oh yeah.
We don't block. It's just a never-ending attack. My attack will attack your attack while I attack you. It's kind of a situation.
It's tiger style, right?
It's a tiger crane set. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I personally love it because it works with me. The aggression, just attacking while you're attacking, aggression is one of my favorite things to do in that. For someone who's only done it for 4 months, but it's pretty good already. The awkward silence has returned, everybody. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come
Sorry.
to talk with you again. What?
I'm here.
No, you weren't. I was just doing stuff, man. God.
My laptop was about to die.
So yeah, Kung Fu, traditional, Wushu. You know how you can tell both? Look at the cat stance. If you look at the cat stance with Wushu and traditional Kung Fu, Wushu people, they're bending more forward to make it look more flashy.
Yeah.
While in Kant stats is just more like it's like kind of like a pistol squat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. Like Jay has shown me some kung fu stuff, like with the tai chi and everything, and I come from a karate background, and he was like, "You're too upright." Like, because you need to be deeper, right? But also, the difference between kung fu and karate seems to be that karate has a ready position, which we return to, and kung fu does not have the ready position. You're always in a continuous state of ready position. You know,
That's
like if you throw a punch, that's your new ready position, and you got to move from that. Like,
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just clearing my throat.
okay. Speaking of kung fu, by the way, if the future of this podcast just turns into us talking about martial arts, I'm totally on board with that.
I mean, we could totally do that. I mean,
Yeah.
something that we can definitely do. I was thinking about somewhere around the time, maybe in either August or September, to actually just kind of go take a chill break from everything, kind of just have like some break, like a summer vacation for me.
Yeah.
I've just been working a lot, and I need some time off. So so I just need some time to myself. Everybody, please. I want to stop
Right.
working for a good while. Come on.
Right.
But anything other than that, I don't really have anything that I can think of to talk about right now. Do you have anything?
Not at the moment. No, like, I'll probably think of stuff after, but like we can say that for next time.
Yeah.
No reason.
Here's actually a thing. We were talking about cosplayers, and I was.
We totally got off track on that then.
Cosplayers.
Why are they so damn sexy? Go.
Well, actually, no. So the next thing I'm doing after Kung Fu, I was about to say this, but I forgot. The next thing I'm doing after Kung Fu, it is going to be cowboy action shooting and maybe regular action shooting. Because why the hell not? Because I'm trying to learn a lot of things at the moment. So
Right. I'm going to be learning stuff like judo, jiu-jitsu, and hopefully, if I can find one in Texas, Kyokushin.
oh, trust me, honey, you won't find anything out there for the Kyokushin.
Yeah,
If you want, I could teach you some Hunkuin, and you can just kind of put the pieces together with that one. But
I think the only like kung fu style I actually want to learn would
Which
be
one?
drunken boxing.
what's funny is that I think my teacher also knows that one too.
Of course. That's an amazing style, like, cause like I go out to bars a lot, like even if I don't drink that much anymore, it's just like that'd just be perfect. You're in a bar, you're gonna act drunk, like
Well,
reception, you roll that 20.
well, I'm about to show you guys the reason why I don't get drunk anymore. or be like Master Roshi in TFS. I don't hold back while I'm baked.
Jesus.
Or like I don't hold back when I'm high or something like that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Oh yes, cosplaying girls, e-girls, and all that.
The ethos, yes.
The e-thoughts. In society, they're not that important.
No.
Don't you fucking judge me. If I want to fap, I'll go to Pornhub. Actually, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
That I've learned today is that Derpixen, and for people that have him and or her on Twitter, Facebook, anything like that, that person that animates adult videos is actually now banned from Pornhub.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just saw an article about it. I didn't read into it. I was going back to read into it, but I kind of had to go to Kung Fu class at the time, so.
Wow.
Um,
Can you? I've been banned from a lot, but can you imagine being banned from Pornhub?
I mean, like, why ban that person?
Yeah.
But you don't ban Bella Delphi, who literally just poses as just fake videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I remember correctly, she posted one that says, like, stroking 2 cocks, and she literally has 2 chickens with her, and she's just petting them. And it's like, you will ban this person, but you're not going to ban her?
Oh god, yeah, like admins, moderators, whatever they're called on most social sites, which I don't know if you can technically call Pornhub a social site, but they're usually terrible. Like, I'm sorry, like Facebook, Instagram, sorry Facebook, if you're gonna sponsor us, we can edit. But like, they're bad at what they do. Like, I've reported tons of people who've done stuff like straight up illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's actual child porn people on Instagram.
That's actually
like,
very much true. And
And
they
then what's
should be getting
disturbing
rid
is
of
I'll report them, and then Instagram get the automated response. This does not violate our terms of service. Okay, why not? Why isn't nude children against your terms of service? But like, somebody posting a damn balloon or some shit gets deleted because people spam report their ass.
Even one of my posts was called out for being false, to which I didn't know it was false until that report was like put through. To which I'm like, yeah, that's okay. I didn't know it was false until like somebody had to freaking say something about it.
Yeah. Oh, I posted one picture one time, like after a very hard night of drinking. Like, I was hungover. It was like, I'm alive, but why? And I got a message from Instagram asking me if everything was okay. Like, and like a number for a suicide hotline. I was like, dude, do you not know what a freaking joke is? And like, I'm currently banned from Facebook, by the way, because, and this is funny, is I commented on the picture which had every single possible racial, homophobic, and sexist slur you can find. And then it had Catholics, said all these people were going to hell, including Catholics and people who let heel hook. That was the joke. It was about jiu-jitsu. So my joke was the response, damn Catholics. That was it. That's all I said. And I got a message from Facebook, you were banned for 30 days. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just got off a ban. Well, fuck you. Like, yeah, so, like, these admins, bonds, whatever, they don't know what they're doing, really.
I don't know. They're just
No,
out
Mark.
here just to freaking only address the people that get butthurt and all that. So
Yeah. And I guess I don't address people the right way to sound butthurt enough or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just people are just the snowflakes today. To
Right.
me, I don't really get offended by anything, unless you
Takes a
straight
while
up
to-
call me like a wetback and actually mean it. Then now I'm like, okay, now I am offended. But here's the good news: I'm not gonna report your ass about it. I'm gonna freaking.
Yes.
You ain't gonna catch these feet. You're not gonna catch these hands. You're gonna catch these feet.
It takes a lot to actually offend me, like, because like, friends, we dick around just pretty much like this. Like, I'm okay with that. Like,
Yeah.
Friendly, kind of mean spirited ridding.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all we do. Like,
But what was I saying? Oh yeah. E-girls.
e-girls, yes. This what I don't get is, why do people simp for these e-girls?
I don't know.
There is so much free porn. Why are you paying
I think it's because
For
of this. I think it's because of this. Okay.
Mhm.
They want the attention of a sexy girl because even nowadays, even just normal girls, even the ugly ones, have this high standard for men. And it's like, come on. Men don't have
Speaking
high
of-
standards. We just say like the personality wise. Like for me, I like a person who is just nice, calm, cheers me up.
Okay.
Sometimes I might be a dick, but I'm not being a dick just to be a dick. I'm being a dick just because like it is just how it is. Like I like this. We're fun dicking around. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah. Well, like I can confirm you're an actual nice guy. You're not one of those fake nice guys and everything. But come on, guys definitely, can be shallow
yeah,
when it comes to the type of girls they want. I mean, like
yeah.
they want, sexy girls. Like, okay, fine. Like that is fair. That's completely fair. Like,
Oh, you're a sexy girl that likes me. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do this.
yeah, exactly. Like, I met Jay online, and he was funny and smart and everything, and I liked him, and I really looked up that he's cute as hell. So, like, I was like, got to that point, like, okay, let's exchange selfies kind of deal, because we're both incredibly old. So, like, we did, and he was really handsome. I was like, oh my god, thank God. Because, like, he's funny, smart, and likes martial arts. That's, everything I wanted.
Well, I mean,
So,
and
yeah,
that's what's
like-
kind of hard to find nowadays with people. It's just people.
I'm sorry,
Higher-
but sexual attraction is part of a relationship.
It is.
Like
it
most
is.
99% of relationships, no matter what type they are, you need some kind of, desire.
True.
Otherwise, you just really, really good friends.
There is one thing that I do like, and that is because I find it for some reason oddly just sexy, is girls with short pixie hairs. That
Those are cute haircuts.
that just like stokes the fire in me, man. It just don't judge me. It's just how it is. I like girls with long hair, but girls with short
I like-
pixie hair gets me going.
I like undercuts. Have you seen that? Where it's like on the side, one side is just, shaved.
Hold on. Let me see.
Like, I don't know why. That's just seems hot as hell. Yeah. I don't know if it's called undercuts or whatever, but like, it's for some reason it's hot as hell.
Trying to figure out. Oh my god, I put undercuts and I got the wrong thing. It's showing like these weird cut designs. But I know which one you're talking about, where it's like one's half is shaved or like they kind of have a fade, but the top of the hair is still long. I think
Yeah.
personally that is depending on the person and how they look with it.
Yeah.
Because I've
I
seen
mean,
people with
some-
that haircut, and they are
Yeah.
ugly, and it's just like no, please
Yeah,
stop.
like it's just like clothes. It's certain shapes and certain body types, and some types of clothes will fit other people that it won't fit. You. Like, I couldn't do a pixie cut because I would just look like Mo. Like, I've tried. So I don't have a pixie cut anymore.
I mean, true.
Like,
Yeah,
I used to have a faux hawk. It did not look well.
I actually did have a faux hawk. I look sexy in a faux hawk. I look sexy with this goatee, man. Like, I've shaved on my beard to have a goatee, and I'm like, and I take
Yeah.
a look, I'm like, damn,
No.
I'm so hot. Why am I this hot
I
with a
had a mo-
goatee?
Shit.
It's
I'm gonna
that-
bait
it's
myself.
It's that wetback inside me, ladies.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, yeah, I can understand.
I got the faux hawk, and I showed up back to. This is when I was in karate. I showed up back to karate in the dojo after getting the cut done. The reason I got the cut was because my mom told me I couldn't do it. It's like, well, no.
Well, I'll
So I
show
got it
you,
done.
mom.
And I went to karate. Yeah, I'm a rebel. Like, so I got this stupid haircut done, and I went to karate, and every one of my friends made fun of me the entire time I had this haircut, because we had to clean up the dojo after each class. And he's like, oh, I need a push broom. Come here. And tries to pick me up and use me as a freaking push broom. Like,
That's pretty funny.
because that's how terrible it was. Sorry, sometimes just bad fashion choices happen. You learn from it and you move on.
Oh my god.
Like the undercut. Some women look just sexy as hell. Some women look like Karen. You know.
It is what it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the newest racial slur, the Karens.
Sorry, but
They're a
Karens
protected
are horrible
class.
people, so. And I don't care what you say. There are sometimes bad people. There might be people with Karen haircuts and be nice, but mainly they just been bad people.
Yeah.
Um.
Last time I saw my aunt, she had a Karen haircut, so I wonder if she changed it since then.
Just be like, oh, I don't want to be associated with these people.
No.
But
Get away from me.
But cosplayer girls, man, it's just
Oh
Philadelphia.
my god, we're still not.
I mean, well, like we haven't even talked because we
Yeah.
keep derailing.
I'm so sorry.
It is fine. It's fine. Again, this is the talk, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk about everything and anything. But I just want to keep talking about because we went off the haircuts. But like, okay, we still haven't finished our conversation with the e-girls, but I understand some, like your friend cosplaying and doing it for good reason. But most women that do it try to do it in a sexy way, and it's like it can work, but it cannot also work. But there's also the average girls that don't have enough or don't know how to cosplay. They'll just wear like tight shirts, tight jeans, and all that. And it's like that's not any
Right,
better.
no, that's not.
That's not any better. Please. These jeans are tight enough as it is. And
So here's the thing. That was like, I mean, like my friend, she'll cosplay as a bunch of characters. Like she'll cosplay Disney princesses, which look, pretty normal, except for the whole gown situation.
okay,
And
yeah.
she'll cosplay anime characters. Like one of my favorites she did, I don't know if you've seen it, is she cosplayed as Deku's mom. Right? No, not Deku's. He was the explodey one. Anyway, like she looked like that was good. That was a good look, and it wasn't like super sexy. Like some people do it. And like some people will go out of their way. Some of these girls will go out of the way to be sexy. I'll give you that. But a lot of the times, it's kind of based on the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like most female superheroes, I will say are drawn pretty sexually. Like that, it is what it is. Like if you look at some of the male characters, I mean, come on, Dick Grayson was voted the best ass in all of DC.
See,
So,
like,
yeah,
what
there's-
the hell, man? It's like, when did this contest happen?
I don't know, and I don't know why I didn't get my vote in. Of course, I would have just voted for Dick Grayson anyway. But
Yeah,
still,
same here. Yeah, because he is by
At
and
least-
large has a great ass.
yeah. So I mean, like, let's just admit it. Like, we're all pervs a little bit. We all like looking at each other. So like,
I mean, he's not dump truck Disney superhero mom,
oh my,
But he dummy thick.
yeah, he got a good one.
He has a good one.
Like, yeah. But I'm saying like the girls who do it accurately can still be construed as being sexy because that's just how the character is. Like I saw one girl, she was definitely not trying to be sexy, but she was dressed as Harley Quinn.
I mean,
From like the comics, not not Suicide Squad.
I mean, well, here,
And
here's
it
the
was
thing.
it's a tight jumpsuit, like
Yeah,
like-
it is a tight jumpsuit, and it's not their fault. It's just how they were drawn.
So yeah, I mean, like she was like objectively she was cute as Harley Quinn because like she did the makeup right and everything. She even had her big old hammer, and that was just adorable to me because she was posing with people taking pictures, pretending to swing it at them. Like I don't know, but like I mean I don't know because like it was funny and I enjoy that. It just seems adorable to me because that side of Harley Quinn I like. And then there's the other side of Harley Quinn I don't like, the I'm gonna kick a baby because it's funny side. Like, no. But anyway, also, she had, the boobs. So everything was tight there, and you could see her boobs. So yeah, she's gonna
The very nice tits.
Yeah. Yes, the nice tits. Yes. See, and I'm already blushed just talking this much, so this is why I don't play. So, yeah. I mean, and somebody else is gonna find that, super sexy. I'm like, oh no, my jeans so tight. Like, thank God I'm wearing sweatpants or some shit. I'm like, but that's not exactly her fault. And it's not exactly anything she tried to do. If she had like turned it into some kind of bikini thing, yeah, that's on her, and she can't really complain about dudes going, "Oh, dude, you're hot," like my friend, the way she does it and the way her friends do it, they don't do it to be sexy, they do it to be accurate. When they do it to be sexy, they dress up as the guys. That's the hilarious part.
You thought I was sexy as a chick? Nah, you better see me when I'm a guy.
Yeah. Wait till I get my beard on.
Get my beard off. There was actually a picture of a woman that's like, what if you saw this and a girl pulls out her mask and she's shown to have like that pedo, like that porn mustache, right?
Oh god, yeah.
And then I was like, if anybody does that, comes up to me and fucking does that, I'm gonna sock you in the face.
What the fuck?
I don't care. That is not sexy. That is very unappealing to me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the hell are you doing?
I'm not a fan of most facial hair anyway. I don't think guys even know how to trim it correctly. Like, it's just like your hair. You gotta take care of it,
Yeah.
You gotta comb it, you gotta brush it, you gotta style it, you gotta trim it up. Like, I've seen a few beards that I'm like, damn, that's a fine beard. Like, yeah, like, like if you keep it trimmed and, all clean and everything, like, yeah, sure, have a beard. But if you're just gonna let it grow out like ZZ Top, I'm sorry, no, that's just, I won't get some clippers while you're sleeping.
What are you doing, man? Stop. Nani?
Home invasion during a podcast. News at 11.
It is like already past 11. It is like 12 o'clock, my guy.
Yeah,
We've
it's
been on
after
this
midnight.
podcast for like 3 hours now.
Oh my god, yeah, we should probably wrap it up because we're at this point we're not talking about anything.
I know, we're talking about stuff, but like after that, like we were done. Except for this one thing I will talk about. I have actually started to. How do I say this? I am currently developing a new RPG.
Nice.
It's like a Western. Hold on, I'm typing something right now. I can't. Give me a second. Okay, so. How do I say this? I, with a friend, am making like a new RPG game, an old Western, steampunk. Actually, it should be called Cattlepunk.
Yeah.
RPG. Because I had tried playing Deadlands, and even people that say, that play Deadlands, it's like, it's like, it makes no sense. It's just really hard to just freaking understand how to freaking play that game. It's like this game should not be that hard to understand.
Right, the mechanics and the rules and everything.
Yeah, the mechanics and all that. It shouldn't be this hard to know how to play that game.
Yeah.
It's just, but somehow the people that developed the game made it freaking difficult to learn.
No,
Like, I understand if you want to use like a D100,
right?
to which to me is like too much math, man.
Yeah.
But like, you shouldn't make an RPG that freaking difficult.
Right?
If you want a difficult RPG, just play Spyhander. Play that game. Tell me how you feel about that.
3.5 Pathfinder. Play freaking games and Masterminds if you want a difficult RPG. Like, I mean, that's fun when you get it going, but it's just so hard to get into because it's such a complicated game. The thing is, like, even the game says pretty much all of this is homebrew. Like, it says this is basically a homebrew game. Whatever the DM says goes. So, like,
Yeah.
this may not even matter. Enjoy your reading. Like, oh, great. Like, there's so much, like, you have to, just to make a game work functionally, you have to outlaw time powers, you have to limit teleportation to sight, and that could even still be broken, and you have to, I mean, like, unless you want to be like, oh, all of these people have weapons that can affect people who phase shift, you're gonna have to, you know, ban or outrule whatever, freaking being able to phase, like, be insubstantial level 4.
Yeah. What I find more hard about it is what I find more hard about, like, developing it is just the,
Mm-hmm.
how do I say, giving like access to levels of to levels of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So when you say you're developing it, you mean like you're making your own game,
making my own game, yeah,
like from scratch?
from scratch, yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Well, actually, we're not. It's not from
Cool.
scratch because we are borrowing this from. How do I say this? How do I say this? We're borrowing the inspiration of Gunslinger from Matthew Mercer. We are
Mhm.
taking that from him.
Yeah.
And we're making like everything that the Gunslinger knows as just like a basic attacks for everybody, because honestly that's it should be kind of a natural thing that everybody should learn. Like, everybody should know how to reload a gun. Everybody should already know how to shoot a gun. You know, it should be like, oh, to do this and that, you gotta have to do like 15 other moves to freaking put a bullet in someone. No, it should be.
I will say this, like, I recently found out how difficult it is to shoot a rifle.
I'll be
Like
honest
a
with
few
you,
years
mate,
ago.
it's not even that hard.
No, it was for me. I'm just special. Like,
I'm just special.
yeah, I'm special. My mom had me tested. So, like, I've never fired an actual rifle. Like, I fired BB guns, and that's just really super simple, you know? My dad had a rifle that he wanted to shoot for his birthday, so we went up
Mhm.
there, like, out in the woods to shoot, and my uncles were there and everything, so they're gonna show me how to shoot, because, as far as they know, I've never really shot a real gun. And, like, I guess technically I really haven't shot one. So they're like, okay, this is how you load it, and this, this is the trick and all that. So, like, okay, so I shoot, I miss the target, of course. So, okay, so now how you reload is this, it's like, okay, you pull the lever down, you hold the trigger, and you put the bullet in, and you put the lever back up, and I held the trigger down and pulled the lever back up, and I immediately shot the gun, and nearly shot off my uncle's foot, because it just a little boom explosion, and a ball of dirt just gone right by his foot, like right next to him. So he takes the gun and says, "Go sit over there." So
That's what happens.
that was the last time I got to actually shoot with it.
That's what happens. Everybody has to learn about gun safety, and that's the kind of main thing we try to make with
Yeah.
this game is that, you should be a dumbass and not learn how this works with the gun. But we are kind of doing
Yeah.
like a Red Dead Redemption kind of way with weapons, instead of
Oh,
having
cool.
everybody. Well, yeah, I mean, instead of everybody having limited to just like the single action revolver and the double action revolver, we decided to like put World War I guns in there. Not
Yeah,
like,
you just unload quick.
I mean, essentially, yeah. So
The quick draw feature, I guess you would call it.
I mean, we're
Is that what
actually.
you call
I
it?
was actually trying to think about that and seeing how we can actually put that in the game. Say like we're gonna call them duels. I was thinking that dueling would be like this with it. You would have the cylinder of a revolver, and you would roll a 20-sided die 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Depending how much that is, when you add it all up, you win the duel, and because it's gonna be the max number, whatever you roll. But that's Yeah, but that's here nor there because I'm, still going through classes. We are allowing different races such as
I mean, it could,
orcs,
yeah,
elves.
it could be really great.
Huh?
Orcs with a gun. Orcs and elves with guns.
Orcs and elves with guns. Yeah.
Orcs and elves with guns.
Yep. Orcs and elves with guns. I mean, honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. So, but again, it's just kind of like giving.
Yeah, like it sounds.
No, go ahead.
No, it sounds like it's gonna be really interesting. It's just like you gotta, the mechanics is probably one of the harder aspects of making your own game because you want it to be balanced, but also you want that epicness. Like with the whole, wizards get at a higher level, they can shoot freaking fireballs multiple times, kind of deal. Meteor storm, all that crap. Like
Yeah,
that
we
way, because
actually.
if you balance mechanics with RP like that, that's how you really get to enjoy things like Dungeons and Dragons or Mutants and Masterminds or,
Exactly.
anything.
And with magicians, we actually designed a way for the class to
Mm-hmm.
So we don't actually have wizards. Actually, we do have wizards.
Right.
But they're
Yeah.
like the top tier wizards. There can only ever be the 10 wizards at the same time.
There are ways you can do it. Like you can make the classes different than saying just wizards.
Yeah, we actually have, and we actually made one that's called a street magician.
You can have
where-
like a voodoo queen or just somebody like who does voodoo.
Oh
or,
yeah, we actually had that in
like,
there too.
just a man. Oh, see,
Yeah.
that's a cool thing. Like, cause that's if you stick to like area appropriate like titles and everything, like you can still have the whole wizards and stuff and sorcerers and
Yeah, and all that. And it's
you got
like-
shaman, you got medicine man.
Actually, I was thinking about putting the medicine man one with like scientists and mechanics and all that, but I'm not gonna try to release.
Well,
release
the
these
medicine
much-
man is kind of like
Huh?
medicine man is actually the medicine man is more akin to a druid than a scientist.
No, I'm
'Cause,
saying-
like,
no,
that-
I'm talking about like actual.
They say medicine man, but it's oh, okay. Well, I'm talking about like using that the term because that's a Native American term. Is trying to have medicine men who actually deal with the supernatural as well as the healing, the spirit and the nature and everything. So like you can think of them as druids, basically. And yeah, you can still have guns with it.
Yeah, and we're just trying to make
I
it
mean,
limited with magic. Like, how do I say this? Magic in this world, there is a lot of it. It's just not like easy access to it. If you know what I'm saying.
mm-hmm.
Like you can do magic,
Right.
but you're not gonna be like
Yeah.
instant repeat fireball,
Mhm.
fireball, and all that.
No. No, it's gonna take a bit because
It is gonna take.
I mean you
take
can make it. There's so many things you can do with that. Like the more magic you get, maybe you're selling pieces of your soul or something. Like you can go Dresden Files like that, or you can go like you can go Once Upon a Time and be like you make deals for more power, and you can make this whole. You could design that mechanism around roleplay even. That way it would encourage roleplay
I mean,
and kind of interweave that into the mechanics. And because when magic has a cost, that makes it much more fun roleplay wise. Because like, oh, if I do this, it could mess me up. Like, like there's this homebrew, in Dungeons and Dragons that All Might, right? Like, there's an All Might monk, which is literally just a monk that can rage, because does all the same stuff. The only difference is like after so many rounds, you roll that many times on a d20, and if you roll a 1 at any point, you break a bone until like a certain level. So like stuff like that makes it more enjoyable because like you feel like you have to make your choice. Like your choices actually matter because breaking bones, even in Dungeons and Dragons, takes time to heal.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But this is number we're trying to go with. We were just trying to go with like there is a lot of magic, but again, there's not easy access to it. Not everybody has, you know, the how do I say? Not everybody has potential to learn all types of magic, and you know, we made it. And again, we made it in a way where only 10 major wizards in the world can have access to any type of magic, and they are very secretive and very diverse too. When I originally made this RPG, I was actually originally going to make this into a book series. But let's just say that I wasn't really good at writing books. But
Oh, was it that one you sent me?
yeah, so when I sent you.
No, that's a good stuff. Like, yeah, very good potential there. And like, yeah, I would totally read or play that. I mean, like Dresden Files, there's an RPG game for that. Like, I mean, you can still do both, really.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking about like,
Like,
maybe...
heck, I think D&D has some books.
I was actually
Just, I don't know.
I was actually gonna just like make it like a short story book because since we were all just gonna be making new characters, I was gonna say like, hey, how you guys just let me borrow your characters, and you know, I want to make a short book series out of this. It's not gonna be a canon. It's just gonna be like, this is like an official, you know, short story books.
I mean, there's this series. Yeah, it's not a Cattlepunk series, but there's this sci-fi series that has a different main character in every book, and like it's a really good story, and it's really interesting. It's just each new character in the series, each new main character is basically adding to the world building. So I mean, like, you can do that, like, and that would just expand upon your game idea.
True.
But yeah, I think maybe we should save this for another time because it is now almost 12:30.
Yep, so everybody that's gonna listen to this, thank you for enjoying the talk, where we have just been talking for non-stop for about 3.5 hours now. See you guys again, and we'll talk about other... What else we can talk about?
Sorry.
Because we ran out of things to talk about now. Thank you guys very much. Stay in tune.
Oh, give it a week or two or something.
What?
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye everybody.